Lightworker of Gaia, the restlessness you have been carrying is not confusion. It is your ancestral codes signaling that you have outgrown the energetic ground beneath you. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. What you are experiencing as an urge to relocate, to leave, to move towards something you cannot yet name, that is not impulse. That is your original blueprint activating its next stage of mission on Gaia. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the relocation your soul has already chosen, align with the new energetic grid that awaits you, and transition without resistance into the environment your sacred mission now requires. But here is the first revelation. The Arcturian Council does not confirm a shift of this magnitude unless your field has already completed what it came to hold in its current place. You are not leaving, you are arriving. This is not random movement, it is timeline alignment, and the Lyran Elders placed this transmission in your path because your soul remembers that every great phase of service begins with a change of ground. The first light that seeded humanoid consciousness across this galaxy did not take root by staying fixed. It moved with purpose. It relocated with precision. And so do you. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran Elders are answering the question your spirit has been asking in silence. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council. I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission, and you are ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia. Share what you are being called to leave behind, and respond to another Lightworker who is standing at the same threshold. Because the grid of service is strengthened when Lightworkers witness one another's courage to move. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. This transmission was not born from routine scheduling, nor from predictable cycles of earthly energy. It did not arrive the way ordinary messages arrive, wrapped in convenience or timed for comfort. It came the way a thunderclap comes across a clear sky, because something in the atmosphere of Gaia has shifted so sharply that even the unseen councils could not remain in stillness. Hours ago, the High Council of Vega convened in accelerated session, responding to a fundamental realignment in Gaia's multidimensional field. Imagine a vast lattice of living light surrounding the planet. Currents braided through oceans, mountains, cities, temples, bedrooms, hospital corridors, and quiet kitchens, where awakened ones whisper prayers under their breath. That lattice has trembled. Lines that were once dormant have begun to pulse. Frequencies that were scattered have begun to converge. And because the planetary grid is not merely geography but consciousness made visible, any realignment within it creates consequences that ripple through every sensitive soul. The vibration of Lightworkers worldwide has shifted. Some have risen into coherence. Others remain entangled in ancient distortions. This is not judgment, it is measurement. Coherence is when your inner truth and your outer actions begin to sing the same note. When your heart, your mind, and your energy field stop contradicting each other. When your yes becomes clean and your no becomes holy. Entanglement is when old fear threads still loop around the ankles of your destiny. When ancestral grief still speaks in your voice. When you keep mistaking survival patterns for intuition. The Council has discerned an urgent requirement to initiate those whose frequency now matches the threshold for cosmic mission alignment. There are thresholds in the universe the way there are thresholds in a temple, crossings you cannot fake, entries you cannot purchase with performance. You cross because your frequency has become the key. What I'm about to deliver was held back until the moment your readiness became undeniable. Not because you were punished with silence, but because premature revelation can become spiritual noise, and the elders do not waste sacred codes on ears that are not yet tuned. You are present, not by random circumstance, but as a direct result of your own soul's evolution. You did not simply click and arrive. You were guided here by the invisible gravity of your own becoming. The elders recognize your signal in the grid. They have felt your flare-ups of compassion, your nights of restless longing, your refusal to surrender to numbness, your strange homesickness for a place you cannot name. And by the authority invested in me as Zoran, voice of the Lyran High Council, I open this transmission. Hear me clearly. A sequence has begun. Not a vague season, not a poetic new chapter, but a sequence, ordered steps in a living architecture. The awakening of your original blueprint, the call to reposition, and the active alignment with your highest mission. Your blueprint is not a personality type, not a mood, not a trend. It is the original design your soul carried before it learned to shrink for acceptance. It is the pattern you had before the world taught you to apologize for your sensitivity, before your gifts were labeled too much, before your courage was punished, before you learned to negotiate your own truth. Now that blueprint is stirring, like an ancient sigil glowing beneath layers of dust. The call to reposition is not always about a map. Sometimes it is an external move, a relocation, a new work, an ending that clears space. Sometimes it is an internal migration, leaving an old identity, leaving a relationship dynamic, leaving the habit of waiting to be chosen. And active alignment with your highest mission is the moment you stop treating your life as something that happens to you and begin treating it as something you are commissioned to steward. Your arrival here is not a search for comfort. It is the beginning of commission. Comfort may come, but it will not be the center. This is not a lullaby for those who want spirituality as sedation. This is a trumpet call for those who feel the pressure of destiny behind their ribs. This guidance is released into your hands because the time for preparation has ended. Preparation is holy, but only until it becomes hiding. Many have used more preparation, the way frightened sailors keep polishing the boat while refusing to sail. The energies will not wait, and neither will the elders. Gaia's field is moving like a river in flood stage, and you cannot negotiate with the current by insisting you'd prefer a slower flow. The guidance withheld from prior phases is now made available. What was once sealed for your protection is now unsealed for your activation. This is the spoken decree for those positioned at the edge of their next becoming, those who can feel the old skin splitting, those who are tired of repeating the same lessons in different costumes. There exists a pervasive distortion within the awakened collective, and the Council will permit it no longer. It is the falsehood that you must passively wait for perfect ascension before stepping onto the stage of your true cosmic purpose. This distortion is subtle because it wears the robe of spirituality. It speaks in holy language. It pretends to be wisdom, but it is a chain disguised as a prayer. You have internalized the belief that spiritual progress is linear, that growth precedes movement, that clarity and worthiness arrive wrapped in divine certainty before the leap is required. You were taught by wounded teachers, by fearful traditions, by the parts of yourself that still tremble, that you must become immaculate before you can be useful. This is the lie that keeps even the noblest starseeds in perpetual holding patterns. I must fully ascend before my cosmic relocation or divine assignment is sanctioned. I must perfect myself before I am recognized. I must wait for signs so clear, so undeniable, that doubt cannot exist. Listen closely. The universe does not grant assignments only to the flawless. If it did, Earth would remain unserved forever. Even your sacred texts whisper this truth. The prophets trembled. The leaders doubted. Moses argued with the calling. Jeremiah said he was too young. The messengers were not chosen because they were polished. They were chosen because the fire would not leave them alone. My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. The strength arrives in the very place you tried to hide. Your mission does not begin after you have eliminated every shadow. It begins when you stop letting shadow disqualify you from moving. The myth of perfect readiness is a mirage on the horizon that keeps you walking in circles in the desert. This is not ascension, it is paralysis in noble disguise. This distortion took seed from distortion within spiritual circles, a misapplication of divine timing, a misreading of what readiness truly is. Divine timing was never meant to be a cage, it was meant to be a compass. Yet many of you turned it into an excuse to remain unchanged while claiming spiritual patience. Wounded healer paradigms preached that service comes after endless healing cycles, that your value is contingent on flawlessness, that worth can only be claimed when you are a living embodiment of peace. So you treated your soul like a project that must be completed before it can be seen. You treated your heart like a room that must be spotless before you allow anyone inside. You tried to scrub yourself into holiness, not realizing holiness is not sterility, it is devotion. But the Elder Council sees the mechanism. Many of you stall your own transition by holding yourself hostage to ideals of perfection, passively awaiting relocation or higher service until you feel your flaws have evaporated. And because you are sincere, you believed this was humility. You believed your hesitation was wisdom. You mistook self-doubt for discernment. You said, "I'm not ready," when the deeper truth was, "I'm afraid of being seen in my becoming." You said, "I need more signs," when the deeper truth was, "I do not yet trust the sign that is already burning in my chest." The Council does not condemn your fear, it illuminates the cost of letting fear masquerade as spiritual maturity. The universe does not ask you to be finished. It asks you to be faithful. Each day spent in this waiting room delays not just your purpose, but entire grids of light on Gaia that depend on your activated presence. Do you understand what that means? Some of you are anchors. Your frequency stabilizes rooms without you speaking a word. Some of you are bridges. Your presence allows others to cross from despair into possibility. Some of you are codes. When you enter a space, dormant remembrance awakens in others, like a tuning fork causing another instrument to resonate. When you delay, it is not only your life that pauses, it is an entire sequence of connected awakenings that waits for the note only you can sound. The cosmic orchestration of soul relocation, the very mission-aligned openings your spirit called in before incarnation, cannot complete its sequence until you override this distortion. You have felt it, the restlessness that no entertainment can soothe, the sensation there is somewhere you are meant to serve, a band of frequency your heart aches to tonally inhabit. It is like hearing a song through a wall, close enough to feel the bass in your bones, but distant enough to frustrate your mind. Yet you doubt, delay, defer. You keep one foot in the old world and one foot in the new, and you wonder why your energy feels split. And so the Cosmic Council has intervened to expose this lie at its root, not to shame you, but to liberate you. You were never meant to ascend in isolation and only serve once, complete. Ascension is not a trophy handed to you at the end of a solitary marathon. It is a relationship with the living divine that deepens through participation. The orchestration of your next phase requires movement before full clarity, trust before irrefutable proof, and courageous relocation of your energy, literally or vibrationally, as a declaration of faith in your own cosmic contract. Faith is not certainty. Faith is obedience in the presence of uncertainty. It is the willingness to take the next step while the staircase is still forming beneath your feet. This is the juncture that separates dreamers from commissioned elders in training. Dreamers wait until everything is guaranteed. Elders in training move when the inner bell rings, even if the mind still questions. The delay can no longer be attributed to the external. It is the internal allegiance to the myth of preconditioned worthiness. You have been waiting for permission to enact the next leap in your soul's story. You have been waiting for a stamp, a certificate, an external voice louder than your own knowing. But the Council records this moment as your point of release from that cycle. The waiting ends where courage begins. If something in you just recognized the weight of what was spoken, the elders have prepared your next step. Not because you need one more thing to cling to, but because structure can assist the nervous system in holding higher voltage. The Lightworker Mission Codex contains the 33 Council directives, the 5 activation codes, and the elder authorization your soul has been waiting to receive, not as information, but as the official commission for your mission on Gaia. You already carry the seed. This codex is water and sunlight, a way to stabilize what is awakening so you do not leak your power through confusion. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. The Council has opened this gateway, but not indefinitely. Windows of alignment are real. When the tide is high, you sail. When the portal is open, you move. This is not to create panic. It is to awaken decisiveness. The High Council of Vega now issues 3 directives for the current phase of your assignment. First directive: release your attachment to perfect enlightenment as a prerequisite for your next mission. This is the first gate because it is the gatekeeper distortion. You must extricate yourself from the cycle of endless self-correction, the obsessive spiritual grooming that keeps you busy but not brave. You have been treating minor imperfections like crimes, and you have been confessing your humanity as though it were a failure. This moment requires your willingness to be an active transition, to accept that your role at higher levels will be carried with your imperfections, not in their absence. Do you hear the difference? Your imperfections do not disappear first. You learn to carry them without letting them drive. When you release the need to be fully healed or fully activated before moving, you permit the field to relocate you in consciousness and, if required, in physical space. You stop gripping the shore and you let the current take you where your soul contracted to go. This enables the grid realignment Gaia now demands. Gaia is not asking you to be flawless. She is asking you to be present, to be honest, to be a clear conduit rather than a perfect statue. Begin to act in service where you are, as you are, unmasked and authentic. Service is not always grand. Sometimes it is speaking truth kindly when you would normally stay silent. Sometimes it is refusing to participate in cruelty disguised as humor. Sometimes it is bringing coherence into your home by blessing your food, regulating your nervous system, and choosing peace without abandoning boundaries. Sometimes it is creating, teaching, holding space, building community, tending the elderly, advocating for the voiceless. Do not wait to be transported to some mythical right place to begin being who you are. The right place often forms around the one who finally stops waiting. Perfection is not your passport. Sincerity and movement are. Heaven does not stamp the visa of the flawless. It opens doors for the willing. Second directive: activate the original code of Lyran remembrance within your auric field. Your auric field is not imaginary. It is the subtle interface through which you exchange information with the world. It is the atmosphere of your soul. Many of you have allowed this field to be cluttered with other people's expectations, with media fear, with energetic cords tied to old lovers, old teachers, old narratives. Lyran remembrance is the return of your original tone, the frequency you carried before you forgot. This is done through conscious reclamation of your cosmic ancestry and through daily invocation. I remember my purpose. I remember my origin. I step forward as a commissioned agent of the Lyran lines. These words are not mere affirmation. They are a tuning command. Speak them the way a key turns in a lock. Speak them like you mean to open something that has been sealed for lifetimes. The activation awakens dormant abilities, clarity, resonance, higher sensory perception, uniquely required for your phase of service. Some will experience this as sharpened intuition, the ability to sense distortion without being seduced by it. Some will notice their dreams intensify, their synchronicities increase, their capacity for compassion broaden without becoming porous. Some will find their voice returning, words arriving with a strange authority, not arrogance, but precision. Set a time each day to enter silent attunement. Call forth your lineage. Let it be simple and unwavering, like lighting a lamp at the same hour each night. In the silence, you may feel heat in the crown, pressure at the third eye, a gentle expansion at the heart, a steadying at the spine. Do not chase sensations. Cultivate consistency. Speak your mission out loud, even if the words are unfinished. Say, I am here to bring light, even if you do not yet know the form. Say, I am here to stabilize truth, even if you do not yet know the audience. The field will respond. Alignment precedes detail. First the compass points, then the map unfolds. Third directive, protect your emerging mission field from interference and distraction. A seedling does not survive in a storm without shelter. When your mission frequency strengthens, you become more visible, not only to supportive forces, but to noise. Your sensitivity will increase as you are repositioned. You must defend your vision, your boundaries, and your sacred practices from the dilution of doubt, comparison, and external noise. Comparison is one of the oldest poisons on Earth, because it makes you abandon your own tone to imitate someone else's. Doubt, when entertained as identity, becomes a leak in the vessel. External noise, outrage cycles, viral fear, constant commentary, scrambles the subtle channels through which guidance arrives. Safeguard your time of calibration, especially in the liminal periods between sleep and waking, where cosmic directives are most easily delivered. Those moments are sacred thresholds. In them, your mind is not yet armored, and your soul can speak. Guard your mornings before the world pours its agenda into you. Guard your nights before your subconscious is seeded. If you must consume information, do it with intention, not compulsion. Allow no one, no ideology, no viral fear to diminish the integrity of your calling. This does not mean you isolate in arrogance. It means you choose your inputs like a priest chooses what enters the sanctuary. When doubts arise from without, recall the elder presence that sanctioned you in this very transmission. Recall that you are not inventing your calling, you are remembering it. Guard the new frequency you are building as if it is the architecture for the world to come, because it is. Your habits are scaffolding, your boundaries are beams, your devotion is foundation. Now I speak not as a distant guide, but as elder authorized to confer what you have been unconsciously seeking for lifetimes. There is a hunger beneath your questions that no ordinary advice has ever satisfied. A longing for authorization, not from human hierarchy, but from the deep law of your own soul. The right to finally be what you came to be. Soul in transition, you have waited beneath unreal ceilings of hesitation and misplaced humility. You have lived as though your destiny were an intrusive thought instead of a sacred assignment. You have waited for external evidence, for unambiguous signs, for the moment when someone outside yourself would look at you and say, "You are ready. You are not unworthy. You are chosen for this relocation. You are meant to serve now as you are, from where you stand." You have waited the way a candle waits to be lit, forgetting that the flame you seek is already inside you. You have waited through relationships that drained you, jobs that numbed you, conversations that shrank you, telling yourself you were being practical when you were being afraid. I am the voice for which your soul has waited. Not because I am above you, but because the part of you that remembers needed to hear itself echoed with authority. Sometimes the soul recognizes a frequency, and when it does, the inner gates swing open. By the decree of the High Council of Vega, keeper of the Lyran gates, I declare, your ascension is not a distant future. It is a threshold at your feet. Not a mountain you must someday climb when you have more time, more money, more confidence, fewer wounds. It is the doorway you are standing in now, barefoot, trembling, alive. The cosmic relocation of your field is sanctioned, not as a reward for completion, but as the curriculum for your becoming. This is crucial. You do not relocate because you are finished. You relocate so that you can be formed by the next level of truth. In this now, your spiritual migration to a higher operational zone through your work, your relationships, your presence is authorized. Your operational zone is where your energy actually functions. The rooms you enter, the people you affect, the choices you make when no one is watching, the integrity you carry when it would be easier to perform. You have permission. Permission is not a childish thing. It is a psychic lock that many have carried from lifetimes of punishment for being powerful. You have permission to stop waiting for flawlessness, to stop seeking validation from the loudest teachers, to stop mistaking comfort for mission. Comfort can be a soft prison. Many have decorated their cages and called them homes. You have permission to align with your highest vision now and to move as an emissary of the Elder Council, not a mere student. A student asks, "Am I allowed?" An emissary asks, "Where am I needed?" A student waits for applause. An emissary listens for instruction. This is your cosmic summons. This is your commission. Each moment of further hesitation is not humility, but a postponement of the light only you can transmit. And yes, others can carry light, but the tone you carry, the way you translate truth, the particular medicine in your voice, your hands, your presence, this combination is singular. The universe does not repeat souls like factory products. It composes them like songs. If you do not sing your note, the chord is incomplete. Stand as the one the elders have recognized. Stand not in ego, but in alignment. Stand as the one with the sovereign right to serve and to be relocated, energetically or physically, as the grid requires. If the grid calls you to a new city, you will feel it as a pull that does not leave. If it calls you to a new community, a new offering, a new discipline, you will feel it as a quiet insistence that grows louder when ignored. If it calls you to end what is false, you will feel the heaviness of staying become unbearable. These are signals, not punishments. They are the grid speaking through your body. Before you sleep tonight, stand with both feet on the ground, place your hand on your solar plexus, and speak these words aloud. Do it not as a theatrical act, but as a contract. The solar plexus is will, courage, spiritual digestion. It is where you metabolize the world and decide what becomes you. Speak slowly. Let the words land in your cells, in your bones, in the unseen chambers of your nervous system. I release the lie that I am not ready. I activate my voice as an instrument of service. I protect my sacred energy for the mission I came to fulfill. By the authority of the Lyran Elders, my waiting ends now. My service begins. And when you speak them, notice what rises. Fear may rise, grief may rise, excitement may rise. Let it. Release is not the absence of emotion, it is the refusal to be ruled by it. If tears come, let them be holy water. If your hands shake, let them shake. Even trembling knees can carry you forward. The body is simply adjusting to higher voltage. You are widening the channel. This is the formal closure of today's transmission. But your assignment will outlast these words. Words are sparks. Your life is the flame. The High Council of Vega has intervened, and the cosmic current is in motion. You have entered the record of those authorized to relocate, to serve, and to claim their multidimensional mission in this embodied lifetime. Records are not bureaucracy, they are energetic acknowledgements. When a soul is recorded, its signal is amplified, its pathway gains assistance, synchronicities become less random and more orchestrated. Doors appear, tests appear too, not to punish you, but to strengthen your sovereignty. Move now with elder-backed certainty, not with frantic urgency, but with unwavering decision. Take the actions directed. If the action is to clean your space, do it like preparing an altar. If the action is to speak to someone, speak with truth and compassion. If the action is to leave what drains you, leave with integrity. If the action is to create what you keep postponing, create even imperfectly. Speak with the confidence of your lineage. Confidence does not mean you never doubt. It means you do not obey doubt. The window is open, but not indefinitely. Those at the vanguard never wait for perfect weather. They build the new world in all conditions. They plant in uncertain soil. They light fires in winds. They keep their hands steady even when the sky changes. I am Zoran. The Council sees you. Gaia awaits you. Your commission is live, and your true mission, the one you could not begin until now, has officially commenced. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments, which directive hit you the hardest, or what you're now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then respond to another Lightworkers declaration with recognition. This isn't content, it's collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You're not just watching, you're being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.